Okay, so I'm gonna kind of quickly go over making a loadout and all that. Just sort of making a basic rifleman, and then you can easily build off of that. So to get into your builds, you go up to tutorials, virtual arsenal. So once it loads, it'll say no entry, all that. Just close it. Don't worry about it. So when you get in, it'll be just a random kind of generated loadout. This one's actually pretty good, by the way. So actually, it won't be too different from this. So it'll just look like some dude. So I'm gonna go over, so when you save a loadout, you go to load it back up. So I just have a bunch of like basic dudes. So we're just gonna go NATO Rifleman. All right. So I'm gonna go through how I made this and what's in the pockets and all that. So I'd recommend you make a basic rifleman because then it's very easy to just kind of build off of it. So the way that you get your equipment is through these tabs on the sides, the left and right. So this first one is rifle. So that's obviously your rifle. I chose M4A1. It's sort of, lightweight. It's good. It's a good overall rifle. Uh, so we're playing as just NATO, nothing too specific. So anything with this white star with a blue background is pretty safe. What you can do is go sort by mod, and then it'll just have just that mod there. So the red is Russians. Uh, so this one with the flag, you can also use these. These are just more specialized kind of equipment, you know. So if you like that more. And then the rest, these are all base weapons. Yeah. So and then these are usually all pretty good. The NA, most of them are NATO. So just kind of go through them, see what you like. But for this rifleman, we want something like just basically we're just trying to make a good all-around character. So just gonna have M4A1. You go through them, see which variety you like. We'll just go with that one. I like that one. And then on the right side, you have your attachments. So when you click on the gun, it'll say what attachments you can choose from. So once again, the blue ones, these are all good. You could have a nice little ACOG scope if you like. Got the one that's usually kind of like, if you don't know which one to choose, where is it? RCO is always good. It's, I think 4 times scope with a red dot on top of it. So you get a little bit of everything. And so that the first one, that first tab is your sights. Second tab is the rail attachments. So you can throw on a PEC box, flashlight. I believe that you can't change. It's either going to be a laser or a flashlight. I don't think you could switch between the two. So you just choose whichever one you like if you want one or don't want one. I'm just gonna put a flashlight on it. And then if you want a silencer, you can slap a silencer on there, but you don't need it. Let's put a silencer on it just for fun. I kind of like that tan. Then the bottom is just kind of bottom things, grips and bipods. So I don't think grips do anything like mechanically in the game. I think it's just aesthetic. So if you like it, just slap it on. But bipods you can put on there. Most guns will let you put a bipod on it. So it's up to you what you like. I just want to have like a little flavor, a little tan grip. Next section is the launcher. So it's good to have just sort of this M136 heat. I believe in the game it's only a one-shot use. You can't reload it. So it's good to have. You could just throw it in the truck when you start or whatever. Just to have one is good. And then you could go to the right side. I don't believe, oh, you can have a little laser on it or something. Peephole handle. So you can have a little handle on there if you want. But yeah, it doesn't look like. So next is your sidearm handgun. If you double click it, oh no, sorry. If you double click the gun itself, there he pulls it out. So same thing. Just go through, decide what you like. Glock, 1911, M9. I go with SIG, like a little SIG. And then same thing on the side here. There are attachments. You can slap a silencer on there if you like. And it doesn't seem like you can, on the SIG at least. I believe the Glock, you can put a flashlight on it if you want. So uniform. This G3 set is usually a pretty solid choice whenever you want. Multicam is just a good option. It's a good all-around camouflage. But I recommend you make separate loadouts for like desert and woodland if you want. I think that's up to you. Make it tan, make it green, have woodland camo. No, you do you. You live your best life. But multicam is just sort of a good all-around option to have. So on the right side here is what's in your pockets. So now that we're in like equipment, we have what's in these pockets. So we want to have one of these designator in there, but we have too much shit in there already. If you look on the bottom here, there's this white bar. When I take stuff out, you'll see that it goes down. So that shows how much you can have. So in your clothes, you want a designator battery. So these are for your rangefinders. So you want to have one of those. Then you probably want an extra handgun magazine in there. So you at least want maybe one, maybe two. So this next tab, magazines. So this is all the rounds in the game. So don't worry about the second one, magazines. So this is just magazines for the one equipment you have on. So just worry about that. This second one is only if you're like carrying extra ammo, like you're an assistant auto rifleman or something, you gotta carry an extra box mag. So just don't worry about this tab. Next one, grenades. So for just your clothes, you don't really need a grenade. I just put in a green and a red chem light. Explosives, just for your clothes. Your clothes can't carry that much. So there's no point in carrying that much extra shit. And then in my clothes, I like to carry 2 first aid kits. So the way you add and remove stuff is this plus and minus. So minus removes it, plus adds it. So 2 first aid kits in your clothes. Those are for you. Next up is your vest. So just choose one you like. Same thing as the gun. The white star with the blue background is good, and then this one with like the American flag. Those are also good to choose from. Whichever one you want, and then you can see on the bottom like how good it is: ballistic protection, explosive load, weight. So then same thing. The first tab is for your current weapons. So let's see. You want to carry at least 8 30-round magazines if you're just a basic rifleman. So let's go 8. So we got 8 of those. Let's go down to explosives. So for grenades, you could carry either. What I recommend is either 2 RGN grenades, or 2 RG or just 1 RGO grenade. So the RGO is a bit bigger, but they're heavier. RGN is a bit smaller, but they're lighter. And then carry one colored smoke grenade, and then 2 white smoke grenades. And explosives for basic riflemen, you don't really need explosives. Miscellaneous, you don't really need any miscellaneous stuff. And so it looks like we still have a little bit more room. So let's see if we could fit 10 magazines. Oh, actually, had 3 more of this other magazine. So I don't think it really matters what kind of magazine you use. As long as they're 30 round, it's fine. So I have plenty of magazines. All right, so next tab down is backpack. So your allies can go through this backpack. They just have to go up to you, open inventory, and then they'll be able to see everything. So just for a rifleman, you're not going to carry very much. This is more for your teammates more than you. So I just recommend the assault pack, one of the assault packs, whichever one you like more, black, coyote, digital. Not maybe not the digital, but just decide which one you like more. I just like the coyote brown one. So this is for your teammates. So I like to carry an extra designator battery. They don't weigh very much, but it's something that's easily forgotten. And then let's carry, so most people will probably be using M4 magazines. So let's carry like 5 extra. And then let's go through, yeah. So we'll carry 5 extra magazines just for safety. We'll throw extra chem light, red and green. Let's throw an IR grenade. So IR grenades you're probably not going to use much, but better to have one and not need it than need it and not have it. An extra white smoke grenade. Let's see, do we have extra? And then one extra RGN grenade. And then you would have the miscellaneous. Then we'll want to carry 2 extra first aid kits. So these are for your allies, or you could use them if you end up needing them. So next is headgear. I just like these fast ballistic ones. I like how they look. And they're not pretty light, and they have pretty decent protection. So just find one you like. Face wear, you can just choose whatever you like. This is just aesthetics. It doesn't help or hurt you. So if you like that, if you just want to go full multicam. NVGs, just get the regular NVGs, whichever one you like more, black, brown, or green, whichever fits your aesthetic better. Binoculars, laser designator. If you have these other ones, you can choose the other laser designators. Just choose whichever one you like more. Sand one is fine. Map, make sure you have a map. Terminal, make sure you have a GPS. Unless you're a UAV, you want to create a UAV character, then take one of these UAV ones. Then radio, navigation, have a compass, have a watch, and then you can just choose what your face looks like, whatever you want your guy to look like. That's up to you. Voice,
Ready.
same thing, just choose one you like.
Waiting.
Want to be British.
Waiting.
And then insignia, some clothes won't let you put a patch on, but if your the clothes you choose lets you choose it, you can just choose whatever you like. And then there's plenty of patches to choose from. If you don't want a flag, there's plenty to choose here. Foxhound. We'll go with Foxhound. So now you have a pretty good setup now. We got M4. We got an M4 with a flashlight, sight, silencer. Don't need the silencer. You don't need all the attachments if you don't want them. An M136 heat, so that's high explosive anti-tank. So that's just like good all. It's just a big boom, so it's good to have. But it doesn't lock. I don't believe this one locks on, so it might be harder for like a moving target or a flying target. Handgun. Just choose one you like. Put attachments on it if you want. G3. G3 is always a good set, and then there's more G3 ones if you add it in this like military one. So if you want to go desert, just choose what you like. Invest, same thing. You can just go through if you want. You want something more like that, something more lightweight, something a bit more heavier. You want that. Backpack, there are plenty of backpacks. You can carry a bigger backpack if you want to carry a lot of extra stuff. But yeah, even if you just want a small little thing just for extra, just so you carry just a few things. Actually, it carries quite a bit. So, and yeah, the backpack you could just throw into the car, same with the rocket launcher, and then this is just aesthetics. So by the end, you'll probably have someone that looks like that. And so you want to save this as your NATO Rifleman. So he's going to be the base for all your other characters. And so it helps with making sure you don't forget about extra stuff. So I'm just going to go through a few things. So anti-air, same thing. But a good one to choose from is the Titan MPRL. So this one's not super milsim, but since it's the base one, no matter what set of mods we're using, it'll be usable. And that one, you can take a bunch of, let's go to backpack. So I chose a bigger backpack, the kit bag. And then you can throw you want to make sure you have the right ammo for it. So Titan AA missiles. So if you want to go anti-air, it's good to have an anti-air guy ready. So Titan MPRL, and then you just get a big backpack and throw a couple Titan AA missiles into it. And then what you can do also is you can load up your character, throw this backpack into a car, and then just go back, load it again. So you have a backpack with 2 rockets, and then you have another backpack in the car that you have ready to go. Load anti-tank if you want to be able to lock on. So this is better for a bit longer range. It's the compact one. So the Titan MPRL compact. And same thing, backpack, but you take the AT missiles. I believe this one locks on, but I don't think it needs to. And then just kind of play with what you like. Make a LMG guy. Carry a bunch of extra ammo. So you want a bigger backpack. Sniper, there's ghillie suits and stuff, so you can do a ghillie suit. Marksman, it's just a rifleman, but with a long rifle, DMR. And then make your own. So I like using grenade launchers. So this is kind of the guy I made for myself. I like this outfit, and I wanted a bit bigger. So the M4A1, yeah, I just like how it looks. So it just has a bigger rail system on it. Oh, I screwed it up. The block rail. Let me load it up again, since I screwed it up. Yeah, I chose the block rail, so it has a bigger rail on it. And then RCO, so I can switch between the two. Flashlight, silencer, and then since it has a grenade launcher, I can't do anything with it. And then, yeah, so this is kind of like what I like to run. I like having a grenade launcher with smoke grenades and explosive grenades and stuff. So I encourage you guys to make a rifleman, and then just kind of build off that and make different loadouts. And try, and then you can go to try. So one thing, let's say you don't want to use this, right? You don't want to use this. You want to use something a bit more powerful. So let's say I want to have like a sniper scope on my M4. Let's use a bigger gun. Let's go G3. We'll go G3. Okay, let's say I want to have a sniper scope on it, but I also want to carry around a red dot sight with me, right? So what you can do is you can go to try. So this will allow you to try out all your different loadouts. So let's see. So I'm like, yeah, this looks good. And then it also lets you see, it shows like the bullet drop. So I actually just barely missed him. But so yeah, so I want to have the scope, but I also want to have a red dot. So you click I to go to your inventory. The right side it'll show. This is your equipment. So I'm gonna just drag this into my backpack. So now when I click that, the LRPS scope is in there. And then when you click escape, go to Arsenal, you'll go back and you won't have that on there. It'll be in your backpack. So now I could put the red dot on there. Let's try a different red dot. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so let's say I want that red dot, green. So now when I go in, I have this red dot. But you want to make sure that you reload because if you looked on the top right, since I did shoot, it did go through that bullet, the bullets that I used. Let's just, reload. Let's go into my inventory, look in my backpack. So that sniper scope is still there. So I could take that off, put that there. Then I'm good for long range. So just make sure that when you do that, if you try it, any ammo or like explosives you use, if you throw a grenade or anything, that'll be used up. So you want to make sure to fill up your backpack or vest with whatever you used in there. And then you can just save it, and then you have the red dot in your backpack and the scope on there, so you can have both. Same thing, like if you want to carry extra, let's say you want to carry extra auto, LMG ammo, right? So what you can do is you can just fill up your backpack with that shit, and then switch over to the other gun, and it'll just make it a little easier. So yeah. So I encourage you guys to do it. You can try. So that's a good rifle. All right, and then I'll also go through like how to. I'm just gonna go quickly on how to like make a small map so you can try maybe testing things out more if you want. So I'll show that to you right now. Okay, so let's say you want to just try out stuff. Let's say you want to try flying helicopters better. So you go to single player, editor, and then let's go to Atlas. So Atlas, that's like the basic map, has a little bit of everything. All right, so when it loads up, it'll say some stuff, just close that. All right, so you use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out, WASD to move around. So let's look. So this is what the map looks like. So we're just gonna go practicing some stuff. So we're gonna zoom out, click M to go to your map, and then that camera is what you're seeing. So you can either drag it, or if you click down on the scroll wheel, it'll just snap to where you are. So we're gonna go to, this looks like an airbase. Yeah, it says airbase. So let's say we want to test out a loadout. I'm gonna see if let's try out that grenadier. All right, so there's a little thing. On the right side is what you can put in. So first, I'm gonna make my guy. I'm just gonna put him over here. So let's do. So if you just want to kind of play and stuff, you can. We'll just do a basic rifleman. Where's rifleman? I'll just do combat. And then see that red circle? That means that he is playable. Oh. Yeah, so you could double click him. You want to make sure that the player one is check marked. Usually whatever you put down first will just be considered the player. And then you want to put in an arsenal. Oh, dang, I pushed the wrong thing. We don't want those markers. We want... So now we're at the single objects. Go to props. We want a supply box. So type in supply. Where's the NATO supply one? Yeah, NATO. So this is usually what I use for our arsenal boxes. So you can hold down shift and to turn it around and stuff. Double click it. It'll say all that stuff, equipment storage. Click this to virtual, so then it has everything in it. Then that's arsenal to all. Oh, okay, don't do that. All right, so click OK. It'll make that a virtual arsenal box. So take that out of that. So what we're gonna do is throw some bad guys in there. So let's see. Let's fight some. Let's do some Middle Eastern guys. So we're gonna do Bone Setter, Gorilla. No, let's just do. Yeah, we'll just do Gorilla, AKMS. So we'll do 3 of those guys. So we're just gonna throw them over there. So we got 3 guys. We got our guy. We got our virtual supply box. So let's play scenario. So I want to try out my new my Grenadier character. See how that worked out. I haven't tried him out yet. All right. So you're gonna spawn in. You're gonna be whatever character you just put down. So I'm gonna go up to this guy. You scroll wheel, click down on Arsenal. It'll show my dude. That's what I look like now. So I want to load in my Grenadier. So that's what he looks like. So I can make, and then you can make any changes you want. Huh. It's not a full arsenal for some reason. Why is it not doing, anyway, it let me load in my thing. That's all that matters. So, I'm gonna go in, let's go fight these bad guys. So since this has 2 sights on it, you can hold down control and right click, and then it'll switch between the 2 different sights. Okay, so I know bad guys are in there. Let's see where they are. He didn't see me. Oh, did he not hear me? Let's try to get their attention. Did I get him? Oh, wow. Wasn't even trying to. Alright. Then he just didn't even notice me. Okay. Well, that was a bit lackluster. So I have my grenade launcher. Let's try it out. So this is a pretty big area. Probably shouldn't have a silencer. That's probably what goes pretty far. Alright. So yeah, I like it. Although they didn't notice me. I like this character. So I'm going to be like, oh, that's cool. Return to Eden editor. So now, let's change it up. First of all, why did it only should be virtual? I don't know. For some reason, it just wasn't real. It should add virtual arsenal with all items and $2. Oh, with all, yeah, we want to click that. That's what was wrong. So, anyway, so now I'm like, yeah, it dropped them pretty quick. So I like the stopping power. I like how accurate it was. It's good enough. I could maybe put them further out to try to use more long-range stuff. But let's say let's practice with a helicopter, right? I want to get better at helicopters. So we go to the objects blue 4, and we want just the NATO, just the basic NATO. We're going to go helicopters. So a good helicopter to get good with is the Hummingbird. Hummingbird, oh, and then I forgot there's dudes in it. So let's delete that. Oh, dang it. So when you put it in, there's this little check mark here on the bottom right that says place vehicles with crew. Uncheck that. And then let's do Hummingbird. Then I'm just going to have it go like that. So Hummingbird is a solid choice. Doesn't have any weapons, so you don't have to worry about anything. I have a dude. Let's try it. Play scenario. So if you want to practice with anything, you can just go through any of those tabs, see what's what. Okay, now let's see. Let's make sure that everything's in the arsenal this time. Yeah, okay, now everything's in the arsenal. So let's load up my dude, Grenadier, and then if I want to make any changes to it, I can like change them up how I want. And then you could also save it if you like how you changed it. All right. So I want to practice with the helicopter. Go in, get in as pilot, and then I can fly all I want. And there's no enemies or anything, so I can just fly. So, you fly all you want, and try to get good at it, work on landings, all that stuff. And once you're done, just go to Eden Editor. So all the vehicles we're going to be using, they're going to be in here. So you can go through the different stuff. Like even if you want to try out different loadouts, let's see. So yeah, the SOCOM guy's pretty good. So if you like how that looks, you can just load him up as your character and then save it, make adjustments to it as you like. And I mean that's mainly it. You can kind of drop down dudes, try out your stuff, practice flying, practice driving, practice boats, whatever you want to do. This is a good resource for trying out new things if you want to practice. All right, so I'll see you later.